Guys, you can see we have people from all, and there's a lot of people on here who don't even have their cameras on, but we have a good crowd today. We have people from all over the world, guys, and DeFi Nation is just really taking the world by storm. It's starting to take the world by storm. If you haven't seen our latest press release, guys, I put it out in the message I sent to many people. It was also on our Facebook wall. I encourage you guys to share it out, because that press release is incredible. That press release is just 100% spot on. And, you know, it couldn't be a better press release. It couldn't be a better, you know, it was just 100% spot on about really what NRGY is about, which is it's about freedom, right? It's about freeing people from the centralized chains of corruption. In fact, that article, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I think I have it here pulled up. That article, if you haven't seen it, let me take this here. Oh, hold on here. You got other music playing. Okay, so that headline, guys, on our press release is the dark horse of DeFi to free people from the centralized chains of corruption. And you think about what NRGY is, and guys, that's exactly what NRGY is. It is the dark horse of DeFi. A lot of people aren't going to see it coming, to actually free people from the centralized chains of corruption. You know, you think about how any society starts out. It's the same process, guys, throughout history, rinse and repeat over and over and over again, right? A society starts out, power to the people, it's all about the people, and then we progress and we start getting these classes of people, right? And they start doing stuff and doing favors, and before you know it, you get all these different laws and regulations that are just completely biased for you know, one party or one side or one segment of the population versus another. And this has happened, guys, time and time and time again throughout history. There's no denying this. You look back through any of the societies from the Roman Empire to where we are now, and the same thing happens over and over and over again. Why? Because we're human, right? We're human. And being that we're human, we have human qualities to us, and we let greed and corruption and whatnot, you know, all those things seep in. And the beauty about blockchain is it's able to make it really just a fair playing field for everybody without letting our little, you know, and we're all guilty of it, let's face it, our prejudices for, you know, one favoring one thing or another, right? That's just the human nature in us. It allows it to be completely fair and honest without letting any of that seep in, without letting any of that centralized corruption, the human aspect of things, to really just keep it fair and honest for everybody on an even playing field. And guys, that's the beauty of blockchain. That's the beauty of blockchain. That's the beauty of what NRGY has really created. And, you know, I want you guys to take a second and I want you to reflect right now, right here, right now. I want you to think about the past couple of years. I mean, they've went by just like a whirlwind, right? But there is so much chaos going on in the world today. I don't think there's any denying it. Okay, I remember last year, a lot of people don't even remember this because we've had so much chaos since. But if you remember last year, they had Iran was sending the bombs over into the US military bases, right? Before the whole COVID, and was a war going to break out in the Middle East? And then boom, we got hit with COVID, the whole pandemic thing. And before you know it, we were like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden we got hit with protests all across America. I mean, protest in city after city after city, buildings burning, businesses burning. I mean, it was like, I live in rural America, so it was like almost entertainment TV for us, because we'd turn on the TV and say, let's see Fight Night in America, or whatever you wanted to call it, when all that was going on. And then we progressed along, and we had the whole controversy with the election, and then we had the whole thing that happened at Capitol Hill, and then we had the whole thing about you know, all the controversy of the virus, to get the vaccine, not get the vaccine. You know, you've got all this, just, let's face it, it's just complete chaos in the world that we live in today. And if you look at the dollar, guys, there's no disputing the fact that we're in a different period of time. Guys, things are being inflated more now than they ever have been before. In fact, a few weeks ago, we reached a breaking point. A lot of people don't even know that we even reached. What was that? It was the first time in history that the bond market did not outperform inflation. First time in history. This went by a lot of people, over a lot of people's heads. They didn't even know it. It's kind of a side news thing, you know. That's a really big deal. It was the first time in history that the bond market did not outperform inflation itself. How crazy is that? So we look at inflation, and guys, it's no secret. I mean, you can go to eat out, you can go to the store, you can go look at the price of gas. Prices now are as high as they ever have been. I mean, if you try to build a new home, or you try to go get lumber right now, lumber is literally just hyperinflated way up. And the way the government really sells inflation is they take a basket of goods, but they can change that basket of goods as they see fit. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to go out there and look that the prices of today are rapidly increasing. Now, I'm not saying we're going into hyperinflation, but it is a possibility. And one thing that you guys out there should be doing is finding ways to protect your family's finances. I cannot emphasize that enough to people, okay? Find a way to protect your family's finances. It is essential. Guys, if you're in debt, you want to get out of debt. If you have a mortgage payment, you have credit card bills, you have car payments and all these different things, you want to get out of debt. Forget all this talk in the trading world and in the markets. There's good debt and bad debt. Right now, I'm telling you, you don't want to classify stuff as good debt and bad debt. You want to be out of debt, because if something goes down, you're able to really capitalize on it, okay? So I'm giving you guys some things I hope you guys really take to heart. Really take to heart, guys. I trade in the market. I'm a professional trader. I think people know that about me. You know, I manage risk, and, you know, realize I'm not going to win on everything, but on the aggregate overall, you know, we win quite often. And there's a reason that traders and business people dominate while a lot of people don't. And it's because they do the complete opposite of what the actual masses do. What do the masses do? They buy up. We all know that you're supposed to buy when the price is down, but time and time again, it never ceases to amaze me. People don't buy until the price of something is rocketing up. I don't know why that is, but they don't, okay? They want to see something rocketing up, and that's when all the masses buy, when they should be buying when the price of something is lower, okay? Why? The objective in business is to buy low and sell high, not to buy high and hope to sell higher. It's to buy low and sell high. And right now, guys, by the way, NRGY is at a tremendous value. I know some people came in when the price is higher and they're saying, well, what should I do? The prices went down. Guys, what do we do when the price goes down as traders? We buy more. We buy more, right? The price goes down against me against stocks, if it goes against me in stocks or cryptos or anything. Professional traders, they just buy more. We cost average on down, because we know if we believe in a project or a company or cryptocurrency, it's going to eventually reverse course. And when it does, we really reap, you know, the reward. Meanwhile, everybody else is just sitting on their butts, not doing anything, waiting until it shoots up to buy at the high point. I've seen it time and time and time and time and time again. So what I'm saying is in order to really protect your family's finances, you've got to change your mentality and your way of thinking. Maybe not your way of thinking, but your way of doing. If that sounds like you, what I just described in the masses, you have to change the way you do things. You have to change the way. You got to stop buying when the price is shooting up. Find something. Who cares what everybody else is doing? It doesn't matter. What you do does not matter what everybody else is doing. This is the one reason that business people really dominate. Because when I make my financial moves, guys, do you think I give a damn about what the rest of the world's doing? No, I'm looking at I'm looking at the chart. I'm looking at the fundamentals. I'm looking at what's going on. I'm one step ahead of everybody else. That's how business people are. We're one step ahead of everybody else. You've got to be one step ahead right now, especially in the times we live in today, to protect your family and your family's finances, especially in the crazy times that we live in. You have to, guys, you have to plan for the unplanned. I'm going to say that again. In business, what do? You plan for the unplanned. I kind of laugh, you know, when people say, oh, this person's so pessimistic or this person's so optimistic. You've got to be a realist, okay? You can't be overly optimistic, but you can't be overly pessimistic either, right? Why overly optimistic? You're not able to see the downside in anything. And if you're overly optimistic, you're not able to see the downside. If you're overly pessimistic, you're not able to see the upside. So you really have to be in this zone where you're just realistic, okay? You're realistic. And what I believe we've created, guys, brings me to this point. What I believe we've created with NRGY is something that can change a lot of people's lives. Why? Because while everybody else is running around in this craziness of, oh my gosh, the next new baby Doge or mini Doge or the next new hot new meme coin come out, I need to try to get in because it's going up. Instead of playing into all that craziness, where most of the time there's a lot more losers than there are winners, guys. Let's just face it, there really are. Instead of playing around in all that craziness, you have an opportunity with NRGY. You have an opportunity where everybody has the ability to win. This is a greater than zero sum opportunity, okay? Greater than zero sum opportunity. I'm not saying everybody's going to win, but everybody has that ability to win and join our community. You know, when we cross that finish line, I always say we're going to cross that finish line together. All of us are going to succeed. Okay, it's all for one and one for all. And that's the way we really feel. That's the way our community feels. That's the way the leadership in our community feels. And I think that's really important to point out, because today, in today's day and age where everybody's trying to look out for themselves, you know, I think we still have room to be able to do something with integrity and look out for one another. And NRGY is about so much more than what's out there in the world. And I believe, guys, NRGY is really a way to help protect, you know, your family, just one of many ways. Because we've developed this cryptocurrency that when you look at it, guys, it is severely, severely undervalued for what we're doing. It is way undervalued right now, way undervalued. And I can't even tell you everything we're doing on a live Zoom. We gave a little sneak peek on it on a Thursday, but some of these things are just, you know, they're not public, ready to make public yet. We've got to protect our our intellectual property, I should say. So they will be made public soon. But you have this asset that could potentially 10x, 50x, 100x or more in value. And what we have, guys, is simply incredible, because I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to happen. And I want to make a disclaimer and say this is not guaranteed. I'm not saying this is going to happen. But I believe what's going to happen is when you stake NRGY right now, you get to share on you get to earn royalties on the entire ecosystem of NRGY. In the future, it's going to be, we'll have an INFT that people, NRGY will be so far up there, people will just go to the INFT and they'll purchase the INFT, and they will earn royalties from that particular business or singer, song, or YouTuber, or whatever it may be. It'll just be that one, okay? And maybe they do another one and another one. They might have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But when you have NRGY staked, you get to earn on the entire ecosystem royalties. I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to happen. I want you to listen close. Because, guys, when things happen, it's a grind to get there. It's a grind to get to where you're going. But when it happens and success happens, it happens fast. It happens quick, 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 quick. I'm going to tell you, I've experienced it. I know there's some of you guys that have experienced it. But when you experience massive success, where all of a sudden you have, $1,000 a day coming in, $10,000 a day, $100,000 a day coming in, it feels like you're on easy street, right? Kind of, in a way. But then you take a step back and you look at all the struggle and all the grind you had to get there. And you realize all that grind and all that struggle paid off, because when it pays off, it happens fast. What I believe is going to happen with NRGY, once this new Infinity NFT marketplace, Star Stake, goes live, okay, and our new top secret project to go along with it. If you were on Thursday, you found out what that is. Okay, I can't say right here on a Saturday, but this new top secret project. When we got off of there, I can't tell you how many people were commenting in the different messenger groups going, "Oh my gosh, that presentation was fun, exciting. That was the best presentation. That was a badass presentation." People were just saying, what I saw was unbelievable. And so if you want to get that information, ask one of the other community members. They'll give you that info. They might be able to fill you in behind the scenes. But I believe when Star Stake goes live, when our Infinity NFT marketplace, which is Star Stake, and our top secret project comes into play, guys, I think the value of NRGY is going to be gone. It's going to be way up there. It's going to be off to the races. Why? What do I believe is going to happen? I believe you're going to see people that have 25 or more NRGY staked all of a sudden start earning $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day. And we're going to get more and more INFTs and more decentralized applications. And all of a sudden they're going to be at $1,000 and $2,000 a day. And NRGY is going to be in such a huge demand. Why? It's going to be rallying up there because it's producing cash flow to the people who have 25 or more NRGY staked. And whenever this demand happens and people see that, they're going to want NRGY. They're going to want to get it staked. I want 25 NRGY, right? Give me 25 NRGY. And all of a sudden, you're going to see the price shoot up there. It's going to shoot way, way, way up there. And you're going to have all these, royalties, of course, rolling in. It's not dependent on new people coming in. So it doesn't really matter if new people come in, because you've got all these royalty streams of income coming in from these INFTs that we're doing. And so the value of NRGY becomes so valuable because it's producing this cash flow to the NRGY stakers. And before you know it, the value of NRGY gets to be in the thousands and the tens of thousands, and it just becomes unattainable for really most people to get 34 NRGY staked. Okay, you'll probably have a very limited base, maybe 400 or 500 people in there. I don't know. I mean, I'm just taking a guess at that, guys. And again, there's no guarantee to this, but you'll have, right now we have maybe 250 to 300, somewhere in there, that's in, that has 25 or more staked. But you're going to see this small group of people whose lives, I believe, are going to be completely changed. And this group of people that are staking 25 or more, their lives are going to be changed so much. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of testimonials come out. You're going to see that value rally, and you're going to see it go to a point where it's not feasible for most people to have 25 NRGY staked. And when that happens, what is most people going to do? They're not even going to worry about NRGY staking. No, they're going to look at the individual INFTs, and they're just going to pick 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 that they can go ahead and purchase and earn a royalty stream from that 1, that 2, those maybe 3 of them, however many they purchase. But meanwhile, those guys that have 25 and gals who have 25 NRGY stake, they're going to earn on the entire ecosystem. I want you guys to get what I am saying today. Because if you don't get what I'm saying, you're going to be left in the dust. You're going to be left in the dust. And I believe that you have a real opportunity. My opinion, I need to make this clear, to do one of many ways to protect your family's assets, to protect your family's finances in these crazy times that we're going through right now in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a really short video on what NRGY is, and we will I'll talk to you just a little bit about our INFT, just say a few sentences about it, and then we're going to call it a day, guys. We're going to call it a day. But I want to play these videos for those of you who are new out there and you haven't seen them. These videos really tie together what NRGY is, and I'm pulling them up, so give me just a second. These videos we just had done, and by the way, guys, these videos are in our funnel system. We're getting ready to do a bunch of paid advertising with NRGY, which you guys can capitalize on. Obviously, everybody can capitalize on, right? So we're getting ready to do a bunch of paid advertising using these videos and using our press release that you guys saw. And we're going to be starting that in the next, over the next week. And we're just going to start really getting a lot more eyeballs on NRGY now that everything's coming together on the front end. All the UI, everything's looking spectacular, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to show these videos, and I'm going to talk to you about our new platform, Star Stake, the intellectual property, and how this is really the dawn of a new financial system. So you guys can see that. So guys, this is NRGY for those of you who are new. This video is only just a few minutes long. This is going to tell you how NRGY works. Here we go. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen first. I have a bad habit of sharing and I don't share the right screen. Okay, share with sound. Here we go.
How is wealth created? And I'm not talking about just making money. I'm talking about real life-changing wealth. Do you know how it's really created? It's created by the movement of money. Let's take a journey back in time.
There were a group of pioneers who wanted something different, to get an abundance out of life. So they got together and went out west. They encountered lots of hardships before settling where they wanted to build their community. And instead of just one person benefiting mostly, they decided to do things a little different. So the pioneers pooled their money together and essentially established a bank owned by these pioneers. New members started joining the community. They started businesses that were owned by anybody in the community who wanted to participate. Together, they developed these businesses to be profitable. A portion of these profits were shared back to the bank owned by the pioneers. More businesses popped up with community members working to develop each one and sharing in the profits of the business they developed. And while the bank, owned by the original pioneers, shared a piece of the profit generated from each business. New community members were given the option to buy into the bank owned by the original pioneers, and it became known as the Community Bank. Some of the new members decided to also own a piece of the Community Bank and paid what seemed like a high price. Other members remained stubborn and chose to only profit with the business they were working to develop. More businesses were developed, and the Community Bank became even more profitable. The stubborn community members who felt it was too expensive to buy into the Community Bank before were finally ready to buy in. But when they went back, they were shocked at how much the price went up. The community continued to grow, and more businesses were developed, while the Community Bank that shared in a piece of the profit from each business continued to grow fatter and fatter. Community members who owned a piece of the Community Bank reaped the rewards. The stubborn community members who didn't take action to stake their piece in the Community Bank earlier when they felt the price was too high were finally ready to purchase at the much higher price now. Finally, everyone was able to enjoy the fruits of the entire community, and the community prospered together, passing their wealth to generations to come.
But there's a problem. Over time, wealth has been diminished from generations by authorities who seek to control them. So today, a new community in cryptocurrency called NRGY has formed, a community poised to energize the world and create wealth for the very pioneers of today. Would you like to be a pioneer and create wealth for your family? NRGY is the cryptocurrency deployed to create wealth for the community members who choose to stake it. Decentralized businesses in many sectors are being developed by the NRGY community. These decentralized businesses are known as dApps or decentralized applications. Would you like to earn cash flow from royalty payments? Community members who keep at least 25 NRGY staked can access royalty payments, which is paid as a cash flow to these members in the form of NRGY. This NRGY can be staked to earn additional NRGY or swap for Ethereum or USDC, US dollar coin, through the NRGY Liquidity pool that acts much like a decentralized bank. Would you like to own an asset that not only generates cash flow for you, but also increases in value as the demand rises? As more and more profitable dApps are developed, the demand for NRGY becomes greater and greater. As the demand increases from people wanting to stake NRGY to earn royalty payments and from supply that is tied up when dApp products and services are consumed, the USDC in the NRGY Liquidity pool increases, while the limited supply of NRGY is decreased. This causes the value of NRGY to rise. The supply of NRGY is extremely limited, while virtually an unlimited amount of USDC can be added to the liquidity pool. In this way, the NRGY Liquidity pool acts similar to a decentralized bank owned by the community. As the demand for NRGY becomes greater and greater, the value could skyrocket. Would you like to also mint NRGY for yourself and for your family? In addition to accessing royalty payments, NRGY stakers get to earn more from the minting of NRGY. NRGY will mint for a period of 100 weeks from February 20th, 2021, which is approximately 2 years. While 25 NRGY needs to be staked to earn royalty payments from dApp revenues, any amount of NRGY can be staked to earn in the minting. Minting rewards are earned weekly and can be compounded back into staking. Simply put, the more NRGY you stake, the more NRGY you will earn from minting. The only question left is, are you ready to stake your claim in this new economy? How much can you potentially earn from staking? Now, I want to be clear that the following example is purely hypothetical and is not to be construed as a guarantee. Community members who keep at least 25 NRGY staked can earn royalty payments from all the dApps built upon the NRGY platform. Keep in mind that not many people are able to stake 25 NRGY. Not necessarily because of the price, but because of the supply. NRGY is extremely limited in supply, which in turn limits the number of accounts that can have 25 NRGY staked. As of the filming of this video, the very first blockbuster dApps are under development, and there are only about 150 accounts with 25 or more NRGY staked. If these first dApps were to disperse an average of $100,000 per day in royalty payments to accounts with at least 25 NRGY staked, each account would receive over $650 in cash flow per day. This equates to almost a whopping $250,000 per year for each one. Of course, the number of accounts staking 25 NRGY is likely to increase over time, but so is the number of profitable dApps. The development of the NRGY community and decentralized businesses built upon the platform is constantly ongoing. As more and more profitable dApps are created upon the NRGY platform, the extremely limited supply of NRGY is squeezed more and more, causing the value to surge. How do you stake? NRGY can only be staked using Ethereum or USDC through the Community Builder dApp. The Community Builder is a highly effective way to grow the NRGY community. 75% of your purchase is used to stake NRGY, while 25% goes to community builders. By incentivizing the community, we are able to educate and grow our community much faster, which makes the NRGY you're staking and earning much more valuable. While you can purchase the coin directly from decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap and own 100% of your purchase, you are not able to multiply your coins like you can through staking, by earning royalty payments from dApp revenues and the minting of the coin. Once you stake NRGY, you also become a community builder yourself. A total of 25% is paid over 2 tiers. You earn 15% of the NRGY staked by the people you personally invite, and 10% of the NRGY staked by the people they invite, which is paid directly into your wallet. Since NRGY is not a company and owned exclusively by the community, 100% of the community builder fees go back to the community and are rewarded to those actively growing the community. You are not locked into staking for any time frame, and you can unstake and cash out your NRGY at any time. To prevent people from jumping in and out of staking, 7.5% of the coins unstaked are burned and permanently removed from the total supply of NRGY. This limits the supply of NRGY even more, making it more scarce and even more valuable. NRGY is setting an unmatched precedent to change the world for better. Are you ready to get energized? Are you ready to be a pioneer and stake NRGY?
All right, guys. So that's NRGY, guys. When you're staked in NRGY and you have 25 or more NRGY staked, you get a share. You get to earn on the entire ecosystem. Now, to have 25 NRGY staked, of course, you got to stake 34, right? You've got the community builder. We have a unique way of growing our community. So you stake 34, it'll give you 25 and a half NRGY staked. The remainder goes to community builders. Some to the person that invited you, and some to the person that invited them. And then you're a community builder. If you choose to just be passive and have your 25 NRGY staked or more, you can have more staked if you want. You can do that. Or if you want to get active and grow the community, you can do that as well. I mean, it's your choice. We do reward people for growing our community. And it's what really makes NRGY so unique. But guys, what we have coming down the pipeline with Star Stake, okay, and then also our top secret project, I refer to it as top secret because you're going to have to ask one of the other community members that were on our Thursday update Zoom what that top secret is, and they're going to tell you, and your mind will be blown. Trust me, everybody's mind's blown. But StarStake itself, what we're creating, guys, is we're creating something called INFTs, Infinity NFTs. Nobody else has them. They are exclusive to the NRGY community. Okay, they're exclusive to us. We're the only ones that have this technology. With NFTs right now, people are out there on sites like OpenSea and they're trading digital artwork, right? Digital artwork, baseball cards, whatever, Pokemon cards, whatever you want to call it. It's digital artwork. One guy really hit it out of the park. He said, right now, they've just developed the use case. We're out there trading frogs. That's what he said. We're trading frogs right now. What NRGY is doing is taking this NFT, these NFTs, it's taking it to the next step. We are way ahead of the curve, guys, way, way ahead of the curve. So Infinity NFTs allow an unlimited amount of people to own that particular NFT. An unlimited amount of people can own that Infinity NFT. And this is intellectual property. What's intellectual property? It could be a song. It could be on somebody's likeness. It could be like a model. It could be an athlete. It could be businesses that own intellectual property. What types of businesses? Every type of business. Understand this, guys. There's a lot of different markets out there, right? You've got the stock market, you got the crypto market, the Forex market, you've got the commodities, derivatives, you've got options, you've got all these different markets out there. But there's no market for intellectual property. StarStake is that market for intellectual property. Guys, this is the dawn of a new financial market. It really is. What are we doing? We're trading intellectual property. Think about that. It could be a song, it could be an athlete, it could be a model, but it could be a business. Maybe it could be a restaurant who has a INFT on a recipe, and every time that recipe is used to serve a dish in their restaurant, it generates a royalty for the Infinity NFT owners of that intellectual property. Maybe it's one of those cool as seen on TV products, right? We've all seen them, from the Snuggie to the pillow to the insoles that go in your shoes that help align your spine, to all these different things. But every time one of those products would be, was sold, it would generate a royalty for the owners of that particular Infinity NFT. Maybe it's a pharmaceutical company that has a brand new breakthrough medication, and people want to purchase that Infinity NFT. Now they get a share in the royalties. Every time that medication is prescribed, it generates a royalty for the Infinity NFT owners. Maybe it's a doctor that does a certain medical procedure. Or maybe it's a chiropractor, same way, that does a certain medical procedure. And every time that medical procedure is performed, it generates a royalty for the owners of that particular Infinity NFT. Maybe it's a company that does mining, like mines gold or silver, maybe minerals, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, whatever it may be. And they have a certain technology they use. And every time that technology is used to mine those minerals, it generates a royalty for the Infinity NFT owners. Maybe it's a company that's a construction company or a concrete company. It could be anything. And they have a certain process they use to pour concrete. And every time they use that process, it generates a royalty. Or every time they use the process to construct a building, it generates a royalty for the Infinity NFT owners. Do you see how big this is? Because this expands to every single business sector out there. And why do businesses want to do Infinity NFTs? It's simple. Businesses get to do an Infinity NFT. They get to take in an unlimited amount of capital without taking on debt and without giving up equity. That's a really big thing. And not only that, when they're taking in the capital, they get to accumulate this asset. Maybe they want to use some of that to expand the sales of their intellectual property. Maybe they want to hold a portion because they get this asset that has the potential to 10x, 50x, 100x or more in value. So they get all the upside of energy as well. You know, when you think about it right now on dollars, what are they getting? They're getting this asset that's just declining in value. So for businesses to be able to take in an unlimited amount of capital without taking on debt, without giving up equity, and to be able to take in an asset that has huge upside, it's almost like it's a no-brainer, right? And so when you purchase that Infinity NFT, you actually get an NFT in your wallet. And for having that NFT in your wallet, you're able to get royalties from that stream of income. Now, maybe you want to, maybe you purchase an Infinity NFT on a YouTuber, an up and coming YouTuber. All of a sudden they make it really big and they have all this licensing revenue coming in. Maybe you want to sell your royalties. Maybe you want to sell your NFT. You can do that. You can take that, you can go on the private market, and to sell it, all you do is transfer that NFT out of your wallet into theirs. Now they collect the royalties on that intellectual property. This right here, guys, is a big thing, big thing. And it's really the dawn of a new financial system. And then when you couple it with our top secret thing that's coming out as well, it's just over the top. It's just over the top. And I really believe you're going to see NRGY just really set this precedence and become a household name. Guys, we have, oh man, we have a lot of people reaching out to us. If you guys only knew. I had one of my friends on last week who has a YouTube channel. He's an up and coming YouTuber. He worked for a very popular TV show for the past 5 or 6 seasons. He worked for Ghost Adventures. And now, you know, he's doing his own YouTube channel. He already has a pretty good base of subscribers. He has about 36,000 subscribers, but he puts out, they go doing ghost investigation, paranormal investigations. It's really entertaining, right? And, you know, for him to go to from 36,000 to several million subscribers, you know, could easily be done. Not only that, but he knows a lot of the really big name celebrities and big name YouTubers. I'm talking about guys with 20 million subscribers. They've been in his videos. He's been in their videos. So we have those people whose interest is being piqued. The gal that sings that song, guys, was just dropped a few hours ago that I played the opening music. It was literally just dropped a few hours ago, less than 24 hours ago. That song was dropped. And he had brought that to us, that artist to us. But we have a lot of other stuff coming. Now imagine when YouTubers that have audiences of 20 million people or celebrities all of a sudden start doing Infinity NFTs. How quickly do you think the world is going to find out about NRGY? But again, the focus isn't going to be over here staking 25 NRGY. Why? Because the price of NRGY, you know, it will be gone. It'll be way up there, in my opinion. The focus will be on purchasing these individual NFTs. Maybe a celebrity, maybe a YouTuber, maybe this intellectual property that a business owns. That's where the focus is going to go. The whole staking 25 NRGY would really be just an afterthought, you know. So you have an opportunity right now to take control of your finances and do something that has a lot of potential to protect your family's finances, okay? In my opinion, I need to make this clear that this isn't a guarantee and this isn't financial advice and yada, yada. I'm giving you my opinion. But you really have the ability to do something special here. Get 25 NRGY staked so that you can earn on the entire ecosystem. And people say, well, what if I can't stake 25? Stake whatever you can. Why? Because you're still earning from the minting. And there's a chance from the minting, you could actually work your way up eventually to 25 NRGY. That minting process, guys, will only go for another 70 weeks. We're on week 30 of 100, okay? So you can get in here and you can earn minting rewards. You can earn energy each week, in addition to earning in the INFT royalties and the DApp royalties on the ecosystem. So what are you going to need to do to get involved with energy? Well, really simple. You're going to get back to the person who invited you to energy, and they're going to give you a link to stake energy. This is how we grow our community. This is not MLM. It's none of that. It's a 2-tier referral reward. Okay. There's no questioning where the money comes from. It comes right off the top. There's no monkey business, none of that. It's really simple what we've put together. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach back out. You're going to get a link from whoever invited you. And I'm going to give you a site that you can go to that gives you specific instructions on how to stake. If you go to DeFi Dark Horse, and somebody type this in chat, DeFiDarkHorse.com, DeFiDarkHorse.com, you're going to see these 3 videos here. So if you want to show people what energy is about, those videos I played are right here. Frequently asked questions are right here. One of the most common ones, I do want to point this out. This is people's most common question. What's the risk? I've lost money with other programs in the past. How is this different? And the answer is this: you do not create an account, log in, or request withdrawals with Energy, since Energy is not a company. Energy simply connects to your MetaMask wallet. There's no login, there's none of that. You just connect your MetaMask wallet. Your money goes into the Energy liquidity pool in the form of a smart contract. The Energy liquidity pool is fully transparent. You can see it on Uniswap. You can actually see every single transaction that goes in and out. And it's located on Uniswap, on the Uniswap decentralized exchange. This pool acts much like a decentralized bank owned by the community. While the value of your smart contract can change, you can remove it at any time. Also, Energy is not traded on speculation like Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. There are real dollars in the liquidity pool. This means you're not dependent on a buyer willing to pay a certain price in order to cash out. The money is already there. The bottom line here is that you have full 100% control of your money. And you are not at the mercy of any company, any centralized exchange, or any world government. Think about how powerful that is. The dark horse of DeFi to free people from the centralized chains of corruption, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down here, just click this stake now before price changes, and you're gonna see these directions come up. Just follow these directions to a T. Even if you're a newbie, it gives you directions, takes you from A to Z. It's really simple. The only thing that you're going to want to do is when it gives you the link to connect with Community Builder, do not use the link here. Okay. Do not use the link here. Use the link that you get from the person who invited you. Okay. Make sure you use their link. But all these, other than that, all your directions are right here. It'll tell you exactly how to stake and get in energy. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, guys. It even has directions if you're putting your MetaMask on a mobile phone instead of a computer. All the directions are here. So you have full control of your money. You have all the instructions of how to get staked in energy. But at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell everybody on Facebook, guys, we've had a great call today. Fantastic Zoom, fantastic presentation. I am going to open up for Q&A on our Zoom itself. Okay. And people are going to ask, well, where's the other guys today? Guys, they are busy. They are busy. Alan is busy meeting with the attorney that does the intellectual property and whatnot. Chris has his son's birthday party, and Peter, as many of you guys know, He's a teacher. He loves teaching. He's also a tennis coach. He has a tennis match today with his tennis team. So you got me today. So we've had a terrific presentation to guys today. I don't think there's any disagreeing here. I hope you guys got some nuggets of information that I dropped out there, because some of these nuggets really have the potential to change your life. So I hope you guys take them to heart. But the bottom line of this is, right now, with as much chaos as there is in the world, what are you doing to protect your family? What are you doing to protect your family? You've got something over here that I think is special. You've got the dark horse of DeFi to free people from the centralized chains of corruption. So with that, guys on Facebook, if you want to get on the Zoom and you have questions, in the comments of the video you're watching, there's a link to this Zoom. Okay, if you're watching out there, watching live. If you don't see the link in the comments, because maybe it's a friend that's sharing it out, go to the original video they shared it from. And in those comments, there is a link to get on here and get your questions answered. So guys on Facebook, stay energized, protect your family. Remember the dark horse of DeFi, because it's coming for you, and it's coming to really change the financial landscape in the world by adding this brand new, really this dawn of this brand new market. Have a great weekend, Facebook, and I will see you guys next week.